Country. I'm Lori Lattimore-Volkman, and this is The Roundup.
Let's go, man. Broncos on top.
Hey, we got an opportunity. Yeah. We got an opportunity. We got to take advantage of this. I want to feel that juice. Take it to the whole game. Yeah. Feel that shit. Yeah. Wait for the brother next to you. Let's go. Here we go. Hey, Broncos on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Russell Wilson looking pretty good in the orange and blue. And Broncos fans will get their first chance to see their future Hall of Fame quarterback work his magic here.
Gregory's coming. He's got it. Knocks the ball out. Randy Gregory came free, and the Texans recover.
This one is going to be in the victory column for the Denver Broncos. A hard-fought win, and it was ugly in so many ways. But in this league, the bottom line is, how many do you win and how many do you lose?
It's been accountability week for Coach Hackett, as he spent most of his afternoon pressers answering for poor game management against the Texans, which had followed terrible decision-making against the Seahawks.
When it comes to the operations, that's something that we're talking about quite a bit. There's a lot of things. We got to make sure the communication is clear and concise. Yeah, I think right now I'm very confident in our staff. Everybody's good. We just have to, work things out together. And so I just need to be sure that all the right information's given to me at the right time so we can make the right decision for those. And that's just got to be better. When it comes to Russell and I think it's just going to be a continual growing process. I think I'll continue the play calling. I think that's been pretty efficient up to this point. We've done a good job moving the ball. We've had a good plan from that standpoint. We just got to finish those drives. I think from the game management standpoint, I think we just got to tighten that whole thing up.
Since that was 2 games in a row where his inexperience managing the entire process came to the forefront, with poor clock management, delay of game penalties, not great decisions in the red zone, the coach sought some advice.
Yeah, I think that's something that we've really jumped into and wanted to make sure that we can get better at that. And it starts with me. And, I'm doing every single thing I can to try to put myself in position to be able to make quicker, faster, more efficient decisions. George, Mooj, all those guys have been absolutely spectacular in helping me through that process, because that is something that is new for me. And I think we're going to have some good answers as we move forward.
And now Coach Hackett has a chance to showcase those good answers in a primetime matchup on Sunday night. An extremely good 49ers defense, along with a very competent offense, is coming to Mile High Sunday, bringing a definite coaching advantage to the field.
Yeah, first and foremost, they're unbelievably well coached, and they're a very, very good football team. They're unbelievably physical. They have some unbelievable playmakers on both sides of the ball. And they're simple on defense, but they are almost perfect in their execution. They've been in the system for 5 or 6 years now with Kyle on defense. And when you get that consistency, it allows players not to have to think, and they can go play at a high level. And when they're good players too, then you see an even better production. It's the same thing with the offense. They've been in the same offense for quite a while, and they all know exactly what to do, what they're trying to accomplish, and that's what you're gaining and trying to get as a coach always. So I think that you just see an all-around good football team, and now Jimmy's there. He's played a lot of big games, been very successful, a good football player, gets the ball out quick, and they're a good football team.
Kyle Shanahan is widely considered one of the masterminds of the NFL. So even though the Broncos easily have the QB advantage here, the Broncos' coaching liability could be a major factor in the game. In fact, the good people over at Niners Nation see Shanny Jr. as the X factor Sunday night. The Broncos defense is no slouch. Coming in as 5th against the run and 5th against the pass, tied for 3rd with the Niners at points allowed, this defense has the means to stop Jimmy G. Bradley Chubb believes Garoppolo provides some stability for the offense and recognizes what he and Randy Gregory must do as pass rushers to prevent too many connections to Deebo Samuel or Brandon Ayuk.
Well, he's into that quick 3-step and get the ball out and hit the receivers where he wants to hit them. So we're just going to have to do a good job on the front 7, getting our hands up when he does do those quick passes, and we just got to make sure we get after him. Look at it as a challenge when it comes down to those one-on-one matchups. Understand that this is where big boy football comes to play. You know what I mean? They like to run the ball. As a front 7, we got to make sure we're stout in the run, and so we can get to those pass opportunities and stuff like that. But for the most part, man, we just got to do our thing. We know what they present, what they bring, and we just got to be able to match the intensity.
It would be great if that were the only major challenge, but tight end George Kittle is expected to play. And he's done some damage against the Broncos in the past. The last time these two teams met 4 years ago, Kittle torched the defense for more than 200 yards. It wasn't pretty.
I mean, Kittle's he's a beast, and this will be his first game back if he's back. And he's one of those guys you got to understand. He's going to get his catches. It's about the run after the catch. We got to make sure that we tackle really well on him.
That is an understatement. And then there's the Niners' run game.
And they know how to run off the ball and be able to be aggressive down the field at the same time with their run blocking. So they're trying to get across the line of scrimmage, both in their inside zone and their outside zone. And then you add in all the different groupings, formations, shifts, motions, Debo's in the backfield, all kinds of different people are in the backfield. So I think they cause that consternation, like we like to say. Along with that, they execute at a high level and are very well coached.
Despite these concerns for the Broncos defense, it is likely the Broncos offense that will have the tougher day, trying to avoid being stymied by the Niners' #1 overall defense in the NFL.
Fortunately for the Broncos, Russell Wilson has been very successful against the Niners, owning a 16-4 record against them. And even in his first 2 games with Denver, in spite of his head coach, Wilson has been able to move the ball pretty well, just not in the red zone. But in between the 20s, he's averaged 6.1 yards per play. So Wilson, Sutton, Williams, and the rest of the offense, including and especially Coach Hackett, need to bring their A games if they don't want to get blown out at home. And they know it.
Yeah, this football team we're about to play, the 49ers, they play great football. You know, they're championship pedigree. I think obviously Coach Kyle Shanahan coaches them up really well. I've gotten to know him over the years too. You know, he's a brilliant mind. I think also, too, when you talk about their leadership, you know, you got a guy like Warner in the middle of the defense that's just flying around, making so many plays. Yeah.
The good news for the offense is it looks like Jerry Jeudy will be ready to play, adding an extra weapon for that defense to account for. But order #1 for Wilson and the offensive line will be keeping an eye on Nick Bosa and hopefully keeping him away from the quarterback.
I mean, Bosa, he's obviously a very good football player. I mean, his motor's unbelievable. You could put all kinds of people on him, and he's still going to fight through everything. So, again, you just have to slow those guys down. You have to make them think. You have to make sure that they know they just can't tee off on one guy. So we'll do everything we can to be able to help that out.
Yeah, I'm hoping a shoelace breaks a few times in that game, or he has to come out a few times, but he's a game wrecker.
And then there's the Niners linebackers.
A great linebacking crew led by 54. He's athletic. He's really good job in space. And, this is going to be a great challenge for us.
So it'll be uber important for Coach Hackett, Russell Wilson, and the offense to plan on getting that run game going. Hint, hint, Coach Hackett. No matter what, Sunday night is going to be a huge test for Hackett and his Broncos team that has so far underwhelmed from all the preseason hype. But a good challenge is also a great opportunity. And that's how Coach Hackett seems to be looking at this.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, you want to play the best teams all the time to always continually push yourself. And, if you want to be successful in this league, you're going to have to beat the best in the league. So it definitely gives you kind of a gauge on where you are, how the guys compete, how they respond, especially in prime time. Because, if you get to that next step, it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So I think it's a great learning experience and a great opportunity for everybody.
This game isn't mile high, so the home crowd can help the coach if necessary.
With the fans counting down the play clock.
Something offensive coordinator Justin Outen seems to be okay with.
I love how passionate our fans are. I really do. That tells you right there that they're helping in a situation. You can take it sarcastic or whatever it may be, but just to show the passion and how much they love this game and how much they love the Broncos, that's very encouraging, and we're going to make them proud.
Would you like them to keep helping?
Hopefully we won't have that issue, but if it comes up, might as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, might as well.
But in the end, this game's about scoring points, and I think that it's just about finishing for us. We have to finish. We've been very close. It's frustrating at times, but it's also can be potential and positive at the same time. And in the end, it's about putting the guys in the right spots and letting them make plays, and that's what we need to see now.
Okay, Broncos Country, say it with me. Let's ride. It would be great if that were the only major challenge, but the Broncos defense will also have George Kittle to contend with. One of the best tight ends in the game is back after injury recovery. George Kittle looks to be back from injury and causing trouble. Jeez. I'm making shit up. Okay, Broncos Country, say it with me. Let's ride. That one's stupid. Let's ride.